GiveWell, a nonprofit that researches and recommends giving opportunities, takes the impact of donations seriously. To ensure their recommendations withstand tough scrutiny, GiveWell had their own researchers spend months trying to identify flaws in their past work. They then published their findings, mistakes and all, for any donors to use for their giving. GiveWell has now spent over 17 years researching charitable organizations and only directs funding to a few of the highest impact opportunities they've found.
Over 125,000 donors have used GiveWell to donate more than $2 billion. Rigorous evidence suggests that these donations will save over 200,000 lives. You can find all of their research and recommendations on their site for free. You can make tax-deductible donations to their recommended funds or charities, and GiveWell doesn't take a cut. If you've never used GiveWell to donate, you can have your donation matched up to $100 before the end of the year or as long as matching funds last. To claim your match, go to givewell.org and pick podcast and enter Happier with Gretchen Rubin at checkout. Make sure they know that you heard about GiveWell from Happier with Gretchen Rubin to get your donation matched. Again, that's givewell.org to donate or find out more.
Gretchen, I know here in LA, I'm sure in New York, and all over the country, everybody's interested in making additional income. We are all about the hustle, and it can be very time intensive to try to do that. But a great way to do it is to Airbnb your home. If you have a big trip coming up, I know for me, I travel a lot for work, as do many people I know. You could Airbnb your home and make extra money.
Yeah, it's great for somebody who's frequently traveling, who has extra space, maybe a seasonal home, always goes away at the same time of year for like a work event or a family tradition. And it's just a practical way to earn extra money. You can Airbnb your home and get that side money. Your home might be worth more than you think. Find out how much at airbnb.com/host. I'm Gretchen Rubin, and this is A Little Happier. Throughout the ages, people have considered a question. If an object is replaced piece by piece, once all the original components have been replaced, is it the same object? Or is it something different? This question appears in many different guises and in many different times. For instance, according to Greek legend, King Theseus, the mythical founder of Athens, slayed the terrible Minotaur and then sailed back to Athens. The Athenians preserved his ship, and anytime an old plank decayed, the Athenians replaced it with new timber. This practice presents the question that's known as the Ship of Theseus paradox. After several centuries of maintenance, if each individual part of the Ship of Theseus had been replaced, piece by piece, was the ship still the same ship? In Japan, the Grand Shrine of Ise is an extremely important Shinto shrine that is at once ancient and newly made. For about the last 1,300 years, every 2 decades, in a sacred practice, the wooden structure is torn down and a new one is built, all according to the original traditional design, with no new technology or changes in procedure. Ephemeral materials such as thatch and wood are used, but the design remains exactly the same. Because it is done every 20 years, the knowledge of how to rebuild the shrine properly, according to the old ways, can be handed down through time. Does the shrine remain the old shrine, or is it a new shrine? And here's a familiar example from children's literature. In L. Frank Baum's beloved novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, we learn why the Tin Woodman is made of tin. He started out as an ordinary woodsman named Nick Chopper, but the Wicked Witch of the East enchanted his axe so that it kept slipping and chopping off pieces of his body. A kindly tinsmith made replacements for each chopped off body part until eventually the woodman was made entirely of tin. Is he still the same person? Think about our own bodies. About every 7 years, almost all the cells of our bodies have experienced total cellular turnover. Are we now in the same bodies we were born with, or are we in different bodies? When a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly, is it still the same creature? Clearly, this is a question that people across the world and throughout time have found deeply engaging. What do you think? I'm Gretchen Rubin, and I hope this makes your week a little happier. The holidays are a time for family, friends, and of course, shipping gifts. But you don't need to stress about it. Turn to the United States Postal Service to handle all your holiday shipping needs. With an enhanced network, USPS serves over 167 million addresses 6 and 7 days a week. And if you're looking for an affordable option, USPS Ground Advantage has you covered.
Reliable shipping with upfront pricing and no hidden costs. So why not take your packages on a true holiday ride this season? Visit USPS.com/holiday ride to start shipping.